I want you have to sit with you. You cannot build a following if there is no reason to follow you. And I have a little note here to remind me to do all this stupid little graph, because I want you guys to understand this. So what I mean by this are the years of someone's life consuming content just generally on social media. So this is we'll say year one over here. All right, I don't need to buy a house. I don't need to buy a house. I still don't need to buy a house. Still don't need to buy a house. Maybe I'm thinking about it. Nah. Okay, now I need to buy a house. And this represents when people start consuming real estate and content. So there's all this room over here and all this room over here that is left open if you're only posting content about real estate. So you have a very small pool of people here. And this is what I want to get into, because I want you guys to understand how small and competitive this blip is in somebody's life. So here's some case studies of people that are in real estate that have been able to connect with people over here and over here. Has anybody seen these videos?
Yeah, the first guy.
Yeah, first guy. So you got the speed tour guy, right? Everybody knows him.
Casey,
Don't you know him?
He's a little inappropriate at times.
He's a little inappropriate at times. That is true. So there is some value in being that way, though, because if you're too professional, people just, you come off as a little untrustworthy.
Ben.
Yeah.
Casey, I think knows him. So you know him?
Yeah, actually.
You know him personally?
Yeah, he went to high school where I went, and he's like maybe 2 years younger than me.
No way.
So, yeah, I cool.
Have you talked to him since? You started doing this? Cool. I've been trying to get this guy on the phone to ask him about his experience, but I haven't been able to do it.
Tee it up, Casey.
Yeah, send him my way. But yeah, so Trent Miller is this guy's name. He makes real estate content. He is an agent. And he's running a growing business, and now he also does videos, charges people to go do videos to their house. What he does, if you don't know, is he said something like, "This is what $15,000 will get you in Austin, Texas. This is the speed tour," and then he hilariously runs through the house saying, probably off kilter,
Like in the socks, like sliding backwards.
yeah, and he's doing funny moves, all this stuff. So it's genuinely entertaining when you're not buying or selling a house. But if you consume this guy's content, you know he's a real estate agent. And if you find yourself in his inner circle, you're probably going to think of him first when it comes to buying or sell a house, just because you know who he is, you know his personality. You developed a connection with him over here. The hide and seek lady. Has anybody seen her content? This. What's that? You like the idea? So this is genius. This is the lowest form of work that goes into content that I've seen that is doing really well. So all she does is she whispers into a microphone and she goes, "My newest listing address. I'm going to show you all the places I'm going to hide." She goes into the house and the camera kind of pans throughout the room and shows the house. And she's saying, "Here's a beautiful couch. It's imported from blah, blah, blah. 2 windows, natural light. I bet you think I'm behind the couch. Nope, I'm over here." And then she like pops out entertainingly. And then she does that for every highlight room in the house. So the videos end up being like up to a minute long. But people are consuming that content even when they're not buying a house, because it's a creative way to engage people. You see the video, you enjoy the video, and now you want to know where she's going to hide in the next listing. She can do this infinitely in every listing she has. And what I want you guys to take from this is try to figure out a simple thing that you can do that's unique to you, that's easy, simple to create, engaging. And you will have yourself what I call a video series that you can do over and over again. And now you don't have to take some of the content as hard once you nail this.
We gotta talk about the meat. Are we gonna talk about the meat?
You want me to talk about the meat?
For a minute.
All right. So here's my story with the meat. I was posting content about photo tips, video tips, all the things that are in my industry, right? I own a media company, and believe it or not, you guys are my target market, so thank you for having me. So I'm in front of my target market right now, which is good. But I took a course and it confirmed everything that I believed about social media. And I was like, I'm making these videos about media, but I haven't really practiced what I preached yet. I have to practice what I preach. So I took the most unique, weird thing about me personally, which is the fact that I eat on the carnivore diet. I mainly eat beef, bacon, butter, eggs, salt, and water. That's pretty much all I eat. People think I'm crazy. It's unique. So I was like, I gotta make a video on the carnivore diet. One thing that I do is I go to Sam's Club, I get a giant hunk of meat, and I cut it up into steaks, and that's my food for 2 weeks.
That was the entire video.
That was the
I
entire
bought
video.
this hunk of meat for $130. How many steaks can I get out of it?
Yep, I filmed that video and it ended up being 31 steaks. And I constructed that video in a scientific way that I will get to in the next slide. And we can talk more about that there, but it's the hook, the curiosity gap, and the payoff. There is a science to creating content, and we'll get there. But yes, that video has since gotten over 15 million views. It's qualified me for the TikTok Creator Rewards Program, and they pay you money for every 1,000 views. I did another almost carbon copy of that video that is, I think it's at like 7 million views now. So I did another one that has 7 million views, and so far that has paid me $2,400 just from posting that one video.
I saw the one where you're creeping on the guy at the butcher shop in the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah, that was good. So yeah, I just started making content around meat and the carnivore diet, and that is what people really clung on to. They clung on to me as a person doing something interesting versus my business. But since creating those videos, I've gotten multiple inquiries and actually gained clients because I attacked them outside of them needing a video of real estate photography. They just follow me as a person now. I went from 130 followers on TikTok to over 80,000 now. So now, if I yell something, not 130 people are gonna hear it, 80,000 people are gonna hear it. Think about that. You get a big, you just get a megaphone if you have more followers on social media. But I want you guys to understand how the algorithm works because I knew this before I made that video and I used it to my advantage. So, for Reels, does everybody know what I'm saying when I say Reels? So that's the vertical content on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, those kind of short form videos. This is how the algorithm works for that. When you create a video, the algorithm starts you here and it puts you through what I call the gauntlet. So when you first post it, your video is going to go out to 50 to 5,000 people. Based on the watch time of that video, the algorithm will decide if you pass this test. If you pass this test, you go on to the next phase, which is like 5 to 10K people. Same process ensues. If enough of those people watch your video for long enough, the algorithms dub your content good quality content and they push it to more people. Because watch time equals platform stay. I'm not sure what they call it, but that tells the algorithms that people are staying on their platform to watch your video, so they reward it by shoving it to more people.
And they must like your content because they're watching more of it, right?
Yes, and they're getting more people to stay on their platform longer, so they like that. Pass the test, you come here, the 25 to 100K. If you pass that test, that's when you potentially have a viral video, and it shoves it out to 1 million, between 1 billion people. And somewhere in this gauntlet is where your video lives and dies. Most of us die here, am I right? Yep. And we'll get to why that is in a minute. But I do want you guys to know, watch time is the most important thing that the algorithms use to qualify you. And this is why hashtags are important. I can't type. I'm supposed to say it.
Important.
This is why hashtags are important. Does anybody use
I
hashtags?
thought they were dead.
They, a lot of people think they're outdated, but they are not. And here's why they're, go ahead.
I started using hashtags.
Yeah.
Like, you do get more people.
And the reason why that is, hashtags feel so old because they're not, it's not a new thing in social media. But what the algorithms do is they use the hashtags that you place on your video to choose which people in this first test pool that video goes to. So if you use no hashtags, the algorithm will guess. And it'll just shove your video to some of your followers and then just random people. But if, in my case, I posted a video about meat and the fact that I'm on the carnivore diet. And some of you don't even know what that is, wouldn't care, you'd scroll right by my video. So I didn't tag those people. I tagged hashtag carnivore diet. I hashtagged Sam's Club, the store where I bought the meat. I hashtagged the name of the cut of meat, which was a chunk roll. And then I think I hashtagged life hack because I believe a lot of people don't know that you can get a lot of steaks for cheap. But
So I know you could Google hashtags and they let you put like 25 or 50, I forget the max.
Hmm.
But is that overkill then? Because
Yeah.
you being at 5,
yes,
so it could be overkill too.
yes, if you're going to hashtag your videos, I don't recommend using more than 5 hashtags because the reason for hashtags is to give your video, tell the algorithm where to place it to a certain group of people. If you overwhelm it with too many hashtags, it's gonna go right back to not even having hashtags, because now the algorithm has too much free reign. So if you're posting content about real estate, you'll want to at least use real estate. If your content is about real estate and it has something about creative financing in it, hashtag real estate, hashtag creative financing. So when you make a video, you break down all the things you discuss and then hashtag those things. The algorithm's going to send it to the people that consume that type of content. Whether or not you guys like it, the algorithm knows who you are probably better than your husband or wife does, or your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Doesn't AI like start to? They want to choose the hashtags that you're using from your video or things that you say. As an AI, hashtags like stuff will pop up.
Yeah, sometimes depending on the platform and service you're using, it will do that. AI is great, it doesn't always nail it. So there's always a personal touch to your own content, so
And it says how many followers are under those hashtags.
yes, that is another key point. If you're hashtagging something and you type in real estate and there's like 4 similar hashtags that are real estate, click the one that has the most views or the most videos posted. Because that will get them, that'll give you a better chance of being pushed to 5K than 50. So always use the most viewed, most posted about hashtags, but then the larger group of people have consumed that content. And once they've consumed that content, they told the algorithm that's what they want. You put a video into that algorithm, it's going to serve its post. If this is getting overwhelming, I completely understand. So even if you guys have the dumbest question in the world, please raise your hand. I want to answer all the stupid questions because it took a lot to figure all this out. But that is why hashtags are important and always focus on production.
This might be a stupid question. Does it make sense for me to pay money so I can push it out to more people?
I personally have never done that outside of a Facebook ad. And I have not, and maybe it was because my ad suck, I have not experienced a whole lot of success personally. In my my other business, I was in the music industry for 13 years. We had a lot of success with paying for ads. So if paying for ads, you want me to talk louder?
Yeah.
So paying for ads is very valuable if your ad kicks ass. So if it's really good, then pay for it. If it's just a video that you posted and Facebook's like, you want to boost this? Never do that. Horror story. Recently, the last time I did this training, somebody went and got all excited about social media and they clicked boost post and they got hacked and somebody took their bank account information. So it's a dangerous road. I don't recommend boosting posts. If you're gonna run an ad, do it the right way, and you almost need to go to a whole nother college course to figure that out. But that's how I would recommend.
What's the best platform? Is it because I use Instagram, just starting.
Yeah, so every platform's good for different things. So Facebook is your nurture platform. You have a much less likelihood to go viral and reach a whole new audience on Facebook than you do TikTok. TikTok is literally built for virality. it does not favor your follower count. It does not only shove your videos to your followers, it values just the piece of content, how much time people are watching it, and you can have a viral video with almost no followers. That's what happened to me. I had 130 followers, and that video got 15 million views, because it was just a piece of content that people were watching.
Alright, one other random stupid question.
But
You know, sometimes they have the people that have like 100 phones set up, you know what I'm saying, and kind of like cheat the system.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say I just happen to have 20 phones at home. Like, can I do something where I create 20 accounts to help push myself in that direction to go viral? I mean,
you could absolutely do that. However, I will say, when you see those, and usually it's people in China, right?
yeah.
They have like 50 phones, 150 phones set up in front of them. Those people are doing online sales. So they're selling you a product, and they just create so many accounts, so they're making it out there farther. You could do that. I would do that. Because once you're trying to build your personal brand, especially as a person, you're an estate agent, you want people to just come to your one account, funnel them all to the one. You have so many different accounts. It's gonna be hard to follow any one of those. But if you did that, and you had 20 phones and 20 different accounts, whichever one started to take off first, just focus on that. Unless you have a process to post 20 videos to 20 different accounts every day.
Ben,
I wouldn't say no to that.
sorry, are you gonna scratch the surface on Insta, X and YouTube? Like
Yes,
the powerful, like what that algorithm, like the target audience, the purpose, is it long-term nurture, is it more immediate response?
Facebook and Instagram are mainly nurture.
Okay,
So in the hierarchy, your virality is highest on TikTok, then Instagram, then YouTube, then Facebook. And I honestly don't know enough about X or LinkedIn or those things to know what those are gonna do.
but if you run your Facebook, Insta, you know, TikTok at a high level,
Yes,
I mean, it should get the job done.
right, I've
Okay.
grown on every single platform, posting the exact same content to every single platform.
Gotcha.
And when you post, you gotta keep if you're posting reels, you gotta keep your captions as short as possible. A lot of times people wanna put these huge things, but literally nobody reads that. You get like 4 words and then Steve word comes up. So you just want a couple of words and an emoji or something that sparks curiosity.
And YouTube's a search engine, like I'm looking for this specific thing.
Yes, YouTube horizontal videos is a search engine. YouTube Shorts acts like TikTok and Instagram.
Okay,
Reels.
gotcha, thank you.
Because it's gonna serve you whatever you're swiping through next based on the algorithm and what it's decided.
Okay. Cool, thank you.
All right, so does anybody else have any questions so far? Go ahead.
Speaking of Facebook, when you posted, I have my personal Facebook, and I also have my real estate there. Any recommendations on how to what draw people, if I have friends that get on my first Facebook, how to get them to one. Let's say one, use your information,
Yeah.
vice versa.
So there's a couple of ways to do it. I'll tell you a story here in a second. But you can actually invite people from your personal friends from your personal Facebook page to go like and follow your business page. I've had success with that in the past. You can invite like 1,000 people a day. If you have 3,000 friends in 3 days, you just invite everybody. And a percentage of them will trickle over there. When it comes to posting content, post content to your personal page and your business page. And here's what happened to me. When I was first making content, the non-viral content, way more reaction on my personal page because it went out to people I knew, people that would just show up, see that I posted a video and be like, oh, Ben did something, like, I'm not even gonna watch the video. So I got way more engagement at first. However, there is a ceiling on your personal page that I don't think you can go viral on a personal page. When I posted that viral meat video on Facebook, it got, I think it's like at 3 million views right now over there. Posted it on my business page, it got 3 million views. I also posted the same exact video at the same exact time on my personal page, and it's got like 3,400 views. So there is a little bit of a ceiling there. If you have a small audience, you will notice better reactions on your personal page. but I think there's a ceiling on it. You can't grow out of it. So post to both, because if you have a viral video, you have a better chance of it getting more attention and building a following on your business page. I still have 4,000 something friends on my personal Facebook, but I have 20,000 followers now on my business page, or my B page, if you will.
Does it matter if you post on Instagram and you have it clicked or it automatically shares to Facebook?
No, that's what I do.
Uh,
Yep. So when I post, I'll post to TikTok natively, YouTube natively, and Instagram natively, and then that automatically just goes to my business page on Facebook. And that's the reason that I'm telling you the story is because I forgot that was happening. I didn't think I was even posting to Facebook. One day I just logged into Facebook and had 18,000 followers. I was like, oh. It did. Oh yeah, that's right. It's connected. So I don't think there's any judgment by the platform for doing that. Because it's all owned by Meta.
Does the platform judge you if you use a schedule, like Hootsuite, or you have a calendar that automatically posts for you? So you can go in and put your content in for the week
Yes.
and you don't have to worry about it.
So I'll give you 2 answers. No, because I don't know for sure. However, anecdotally, my own personal experience, I have noticed that the scheduler does lower your reach. I don't know why. I have no evidence to back up that scientifically, but personally, I choose to post natively because the scheduler just, it pops up in the page when you post it. It's posted by Hootsuite or posted by Metricool. That's the one I've used in the past. And we still use Metricool a lot, and I've had some success with posting from Metricool. But personally, I prefer to post natively because I just want my account to do best. So I don't even want to roll that dice. So that's where I'm at on that. Any other questions?
Would you be focusing more on quality content and posting like once a week or like twice a week, or would you be focusing on quantity? Like where are you kind of on that?
I've switched my schools of thought on that.
Okay.
I used to be all about consistency. Post every day, post something every day, it doesn't matter what it is. I've changed my tune on that. It does matter. I don't give a damn about consistency. I just try to make a good video and then put it out. I don't have a scheduler. I don't have certain content pillars that need to go out on certain days. Certain people will like and choose to go through that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I focused on I'm gonna wait until I got this video good before I post it. And if a couple days go by, that's okay. You'll run into trouble if you go 2 months without posting, because there is a momentum factor.
Okay.
But don't get yourselves all psyched out about, I didn't post today. The algorithm's gonna hate me now. So just take a breather. Almost nobody has time to be posting super quality content every day. The people that do that online are paying $70,000 plus a month for their social media and marketing teams, like the Alex Hormozzi's of the world, and Gary Vee. Those people are paying absurd amounts of money to get quality content out. They're posting 3-4 times a day. That's not for me. I don't recommend anybody get tied up in that, but you guys still have businesses to run. Social media will not replace lead gen and cold calling. It's just in addition to. All right.
Said watch time too, so you don't want it to be more than like a minute or 2.
I would say for reels, minute, 30 seconds. If you're starting to get into the 2 to 3 minute territory, film it horizontally and make. Because then it's searchable there. When you're searching on reels, people aren't gonna watch your video in 3 minutes unless it's incredible. So I try to stick to just over a minute.
Like chopping up meat.
Chop up, yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah. I got a couple of them.
Okay, Dexter.
Yeah, thanks for that.
What's it? A lot of the comments were accusing you of being like a modern day Dexter and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, people call me a serial killer, call me ugly, call me a retard,
Ouch.
not knowing how to cut up meat, So, yes, that's the worst thing. If you are worried about what people think of you, don't even try this. If you have a video that does well, you will have haters and they will come right at you.
Trolls, man.
Yeah.
Ben, quick comment on that. I run my Facebook at a pretty high level, but I'm pretty protective of like the content that I put out to the public.
Okay.
So unless you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you'll pull my Facebook up and only see probably 5 posts a year
Okay.
that I decide to put public. But if you pull my Facebook up and you're associated with me or a friend, you see all the stuff I do at a high level.
Mhm.
Do you think I should open that up a little bit and just monitor like? Because anybody from any state can jump on there and put a nasty comment if you make it public, right?
We can open it up, but you have to approve comments.
Okay,
Well,
Delete it.
here's what I
Yeah.
would say. Anytime you get a nasty comment, give yourself a high five.
yeah,
Because you got that person to take time out of their day to say something really about it.
okay.
All that really does is start conversations.
Yeah, I just don't want to micromanage bad comments all day long with my stuff. Yeah,
I approve every single nasty comment that
okay,
platforms even filter out. They're like, hey, you might not want to see this one. I don't even look at it. Approve.
cool. That's good to know.
Because people will come to your aid.
Yeah.
In the comments.
That's cool.
Somebody will
Thank
say
you.
something rude, somebody else will hop right in there and be like, you're retarded.
Yeah. Yeah,
Actually, you're Lord.
But on the women's space modern day Dexter, it's something that like, hey, your Facebook, your picture is so nice and it's such great content. Yep, respond to my friend request and I'd really like to be friends with you. We could do that. And it's like some, army sergeant from Iraq.
yeah, I get them a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like the,
So the thing about it is that I just delete them because they're really not important to the content that I have just put in there. And I just delete them and block them because like, I don't need those kind of things on there. But I personally do that. So I get notified if I get anything, any comments at all. I do that kind of coverage, but on those, I get them a lot and I just like delete them all. And no one seemed to like get on there and defend me to say like,
So is
shut
that
up,
in your
dude,
comment
get off.
section or?
yeah, I would get them like 11 times a day. I mean, not 11 army
And then
sergeants, but
sometimes they get my friends, like, they'll comment on their comment and say, oh,
yeah,
you're so pretty, I'd like to get together with you, could you be my friend? And I'm like going, oh,
yeah,
both on my business page and on my personal page. Because I do open it up, when I do a real estate, when I do family stuff, I might close it down to family and friends. And I can then open it up when it's something real estate and make it broader and that sort of thing, so you can control.
okay,
What you want to be seen out there, but these trolls or these people that are out there trying to be friends with you, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, you're gonna get those, just ignore or delete those comments, but they don't mean anything.
They don't mean anything.
Most of them aren't even real people, they're just bots.
Yeah.
I'm sure the room's 50-50 on
Now
this,
my
but
feelings are hurt. You really didn't like my picture.
I'd be willing to bet.
They really stopped when they blocked the picture, you'd be.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, it just comes right to my own. They tag me.
Oh, thanks.
I get.
Well, that's good for you.
yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Pretty guy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
The bangs are really pulling it off for me.
And it's like the same text, same emoji, it's just all these different bots that are trying to do the same thing, and you just.
Do you have a
When we-
personal and a
when we send
professional
message,
page?
We should say, hey, handsome.
Yeah.
Personal and professional
Do you think there's value in separating it? Because I've always been under the mindset of just running on my personal, because I'm a human, they see me do fun things, I keep it professional. I mix my audiences there, then trying to create a separate professional real estate page and getting engagement on that, but I know the room's probably split with that.
Yeah, so that's the changeover that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
Where like my personal page you have to have a personal page.
Yeah.
You can't just have a business
Gotcha.
page. So you have to have a personal page on Facebook and then you can create a business page. I highly recommend creating the business page because of my personal experience with the viral video
Okay,
that barely did anything in comparison on my personal page, but got millions of views on my business
Gotcha.
page.
cool,
So I think there is a little glass ceiling there.
cool, thank
So if
you.
you want to stay on your personal page, by all means, just also post.
Throw it on the professional,
Yeah.
cool, thank you.
And the same thing goes for Instagram. I would recommend switching your account to a creator account because it gives you more analytics. You can do anything else you want with it, and there's really no benefit to staying just a personal account because I fear that both of those companies, Instagram and Facebook, are owned by Meta. So personal account on Instagram might also have that glass ceiling above it. So I've only ever had a creator page on Instagram, so I don't know from first experience, but I would bet.
Ben,
Any other questions?
I also assume you have to delete any private pages, like make everything public view, like don't have a private TikTok or a private Instagram, like,
No, yeah.
okay,
Yeah, definitely go full public, because if you have private, it's only gonna show your content to your friend.
Okay.
And then, you know, if you start a private TikTok account with no followers,
it's
you
going
might as
on.
well just be posted in the abyss.
Right,
So for the weekend, I'm in a video at a house. And it's really cute, it's really funny. We're making pizzas. I throw it up in the air, it almost falls, and I do it again, and I'm like successful. I want to add to that. My son-in-law made it. And how would you add to something like that? Like in CapCut, I know I have CapCut, but
Oh, an editing software?
yeah, would you add to it? It's like a minute.
I'd have to see the video to give you an honest answer on that. But I would take that video and drop it into the science. So if you wanted to add to it, I would take the video that you have, add a hook in the first 3 seconds. So I'm not sure what the video is.
Can I airdrop it?
Sure, let's do that.
I guess maybe a good question is there editing software you would recommend?
Oh, yeah, for
Just-
sure.
And we could.
I would recommend
I know,
CapCut
it's
and
amazing.
any.
Watch what's funny.
Can you just put in, what's it
Say it
called?
again?
Yeah, I don't know.
CapCut, one word, CAPCUT,
Yeah.
CapCut.
CapCut. That is the easiest editing software for non-video editing.
What do you think of Canva? Do you think of Canva or Canva? I don't know how they pronounce it.
I would never edit a video.
That's a video.
Canva's great for
Hold on,
graphics.
yeah.
It does have a video editing thing, but it's not great. CapCut is very drag and drop. It's like Canva for video. It's built for social media.
KW1,
Free version, then there's like $100 a year version, I think, or
All right.
something, right?
Yeah, yeah, so I think it's $10.99 a month if you go for the paid.
I do a decent amount with the free version.
You can do a decent amount, it's just a lot of features
okay,
are
there it
built
goes.
behind the paywall.
How do I press play? No volume.
Can y'all raise the volume? Do y'all have the option? Maybe it was that music was playing earlier, that's something else. No?
no, I think it has to do with the airplay, it's just the airplay's
That's
messed up.
some music that's not just music. When the moon hits the sky, it's the big piece of fire. So I want to use this because I made the doughs. In Holland, so I made them flour from Italy, and now everybody is like making pizza. So he made the video. That's my son-in-law.
Oh. Great video.
Good. Does she have to blow out
He
Diet
does this,
Coke?
so he's an influencer. They do this all the time.
So if you're making, so that's a key part of your life, right? The fact that you're gluten
That-
intolerant.
And I cook all the time. I put, videos up there that I cook.
So you're
So I
a
wanna,
gluten
like-
intolerant chef. Do you do tutorial videos? Because that's what I would add.
Oh,
to this
a little, yeah. I
So
just
you
thought.
really shot high quality video of you showing also really tasty food. People love food. The only thing that I think that video was missing is, can I get my thing back up there now?
What's? Yeah, go down, right there, click that. You're good, you got it. Hit, yeah, there you go.
So the thing that I think that video was missing, and it might not be missing it because I couldn't hear the audio. But
It was the song.
the hook. So it was just a song.
When the moon hits the sky.
But that was playing in the background.
The whole time.
Okay.
Very funny.
So I would take that video, I would add a hook.
In the beginning.
Yes, and the hook for that video, which I would recommend just based on seeing it once, is that you would make a tutorial videos. It would be like,
I mean, it's like that.
yeah, homemade gluten intolerant pizza. And then the curiosity, so that's getting people to stay. Because you're telling them what the video is about, so in 3 seconds, they know if it's for them or not. And then you're gonna hashtag it gluten intolerant or gluten free, homemade pizza, those kind of things. They'll shove it out to people that want that kind of content. And then the curiosity gap, and keep putting it together. You know, using a brick oven or whatever kind of sexy oven that was. That's cool, that's great for content, because it's unusual to have in a house. Use that, and then the payoff is the final reveal. With a nice camera like your son had of the pizza finished, cooked, looking beautiful, and then you taste it, you maybe rate it, say follow me for 3 recipes. That's how social media would work, because now you're establishing yourself as a high quality, gluten-free, right? And then you can always sprinkle the fact that you've run a real estate business in there. But people will follow you when they're here because you're gluten-free, and they get to know you as a person versus just, oh, she's just selling houses all the time, that's all she ever does. But they get an emotional connection with you, and you're giving them value, looking outside of them. So that's what I would do that video.
Would you incorporate that real estate section in the payoff slide?
You can, yeah, so every video you can have a little call to action and be like, hey, I'm able to do this because I run a real estate business. If you're looking to buy or sell, I want to be your first call, thanks, see you later. Just a little mention, because you don't want it to overpower your content, because people are there for the gluten-free pizza, right? But if you just hit them with that Easter egg, they slowly start to know that.
Or she could do like a play, like you wanna save some dough, like throw dough, hire me as your agent, you know, something like silly, but you know, plays into anything creative, yeah. Just throw it right at the gas.
The more you get out of your comfort zone and are okay with creativity, the better.
Oh, that's great,
Yeah.
thank you.
But this science here, I should boil it down to as simple as possible. This is what separates good content creators from bad. So if you have a video idea, I want you to take that idea, write it down, and think, okay, what's my hook? What can I say or show in the first 3 seconds that are gonna make people curious enough to stay, and this is the meat of the video, for the payoff. The payoff is, so for my video, one of them went viral, the hook was, let's see how many steaks I can get out of this, and I showed them a giant hunk of meat. The curiosity gap was me cutting it up, talking to the camera about the carnivore diet. The payoff was 31 steaks. So people stayed the whole way because they just wanted to know how many steaks I got out of it. But then I was able to hit them with a few things, show them how the process was done, what I do, why I do it. And then I stack up these steaks in front of me like a giant tower, because that's visually, captivating. You see that, you don't see that all the time. And the answer was 31 steaks. And then I said, follow me for more carnivore content. And I got 80,000 followers for that. So find something unique about you. Start making content on that and drop it into this framework. And I promise you, you might not go viral right away, but you'll start to see more success by doing this. And you will get better at it. If anybody tells you this is easy, lying, they're selling you something. This is an art. And it takes time to master, just like your cold calling scripts. You got people that are really bad at it and people that are really good at it. It's an art. Social media is no different. Does anybody have any other questions? Got it.
Okay, so in my book, why don't you just, I'm gonna use an example. Say I don't have enough recipes for food, but maybe she wanted to do something else. Like, maybe she wanted to do something on food, and something on set of the table, and making a dining room environment. Because you have like 3 or 4 different things in kind of move them around.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, you can do all kind of content. So I do content on cutting up the meat. I do content on the benefits of the diet. I do content on the cons of the diet. And I do content on prices of meat in stores. So anything that's kind of around that brand, you can do. But finding what your brand is very important when you get to that, because you're not just a real estate agent. You're a person. You have interests. You have this, that, like. And I'll ask you guys some questions to figure out what kind of content you can create that's not just real estate content. put real estate content in.
So then what I found interesting about your page is that you're often offering free stuff that would actually take away the need to use you, to the point where one of your videos said why you shouldn't hire us, right? So I think that could be valuable for us maybe in a different fashion, but can you explain your rationale behind
Yes.
that?
So, you wanna establish trust with people. If you're making real estate content especially, this was when I was just making photo tips. I was targeting you guys essentially, and it worked a little bit because I'm here. This is my third or fourth brokerage training now. So because of some of those videos and the success I had, I've been able to get in front of you guys, which is awesome. But I took the approach to build trust by saying, hey, here's a video so you don't have to hire me. As soon as you say that, people are like, oh, well, okay. You give them all the secrets. Don't hold anything back. Give them everything, tell them the truth, be honest, don't sell yourself. And if you just give them all the value, they're gonna have an emotional response to that and start to trust you because it's like, man, this guy must be doing so well. He doesn't need my business. He's giving this away for free. Who are they gonna call when they need that service? You. Right.
I think an example of that in our world is I've been in a training where for sale by owners, right, FSBOs, where you actually drop off a packet to them to help them sell their home themselves,
Yep.
right? Here's the disclosure, here's how you can do a flat rate into MLS, here's the photographer I use, here's the contract that you'll need when you get an offer. And like, you're literally giving them a service that's counterproductive to what you're trying to accomplish, but when they have a struggle or a slip up or it doesn't sell right away, they're gonna call you because nobody else tried to help them authentically.
Right, because your job is hard. There's reasons that you guys are professionals. You can give away all the information. Doesn't mean they're gonna do it. I can sit up here and teach you guys how to edit a video. Doesn't mean all of you are gonna wanna edit your own videos. And that's when you call me, because that's what I do, I edit videos. But the easiest way to look at it, to make this make sense, is we are still buying water in a bottle. Because it's easier to do this. It comes out of the spigots. It's all over, like the world is what, 98% water? But we still buy water in a bottle. Your service is bottled. You can give the water away. People want it in a bottle.
Is it important to name it?
The video?
The video, like, yeah, is that important? The content is important, but is there a name that people see when?
Yes, so your captions, when you
Captions.
post them, are very important. And you want to spark curiosity in those too. You want your captions to be a hook too. So it can either spark curiosity or be something profound. Like I use just simple sentence and an emoji for my captions. I don't type anything other than that because I want people to watch the video versus read the text. They won't read the text anyway. They only get 4 to 5 words before C more comes up. So on my viral video, I was like, oh, well, this is kind of profound. I'm gonna write this. And it was, I eat 2 steaks a day, 8 to 10 eggs. I had a steak and an egg emoji. And that's all I wrote. And then my video was me cutting up the charcoal. But
And
like,
it shows up in the first frame, or I think it spaces it out already.
are you talking about captions in?
Captions, when you put a caption in, especially in the beginning.
Yes, okay, so we were talking about 2 different captions. I was thinking captions like the text that accompanies your post.
Yeah.
We're talking about the words that are actually in your video. I use captions all the time. I highly recommend it.
Subtitles.
Subtitles, yes, the subtitles.
Or closed caption or whatever.
Yeah, so I use subtitles almost every video, and the reason for that is a lot of people are scrolling social media with their sound off. And if they see the words, you can still capture them, and they might turn their sound on. Statistically, you'll have better success with captions than without. So yeah, absolutely do that. The CapCut does that automatically. You just click, you can pay for the paid version. You just click, and it's like 99% accurate. It's pretty incredible. It doesn't really mess up. Yes. CapCut is the editing.
Oh, they're saying.
Yep.
What do you think kind of like, I want to use the word responsive, and I'm not talking about the box, one page ad. Like if you're doing a video, and there's a feature available, for adoption, kind of as a character. Do you think that would be
Yeah.
good use?
If you're an animal lover and part of your passion is finding homes for dogs,
Yeah.
you can easily do that and create content about the cutest puppies. And you can tug at their heartstrings, showcase the puppy, and then you're the official real estate agent of dog lovers. You know, so then you're cornering that market because now you're speaking directly to those people. Hey, by the way, like the reason I get to help these puppies is because I run a real estate business. I just want to be your first call so I can help out puppies. So then you just take that approach to laser focusing your target market versus casting a wide net. If you cast a wide net, people can't connect with you emotionally. Cast a tight net, you're speaking directly to certain people, and you have a much better chance of capturing that entire community. It's like, how many people do you know are on the carnivore diet? Me, that's it. Right? So it may not seem like there's a lot of people, but there are millions of people that are on it all across the country. And as a real estate agent, you can refer business to somebody in Florida. So if you have a huge enough net and somebody just says, hey, I need to buy or sell a house, oh, let's go on the phone. You're in Florida? Cool. I'll research some agents down there, connect you with the right one. You get a $50,000 referral check in the mail. So I actually thought about doing that for myself, getting my license and just being the only real estate agent that never sold a house.
You would not be the only one.
But yeah, so there's many different ways to attack it, but growing your personal brand is very important. Now, here's the big question for you guys, and we're kind of hinting at this as we go, because you guys are asking some great questions. How will you connect with people when they don't need to buy or sell a house, so that when they do, they already know, like, and trust you? So that's essentially what your question was about, and what we've been touching on, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but becoming a personality on social media is very important. All right, and the reality, we've already touched on this a little bit too, but the reality is making boring content about real estate alone, not enough. And it's time for a therapy session. So if you guys would want to play along, I have a little bit of an exercise that will help you figure out what kind of content you can make that's not just real estate content. So if you guys want to play, what's the most unique thing about you? And if it makes you feel any better, this is how I did it to figure out what kind of content I was going to make. So if there's something really unique about you, for instance, one agent has a prosthetic hand. That's a client of ours, Mackenzie Hilsinger. He has a prosthetic arm. That's the most unique thing about him. He should be leaning into that for content. For me, it's the carnivore diet. For you, it might be you're an animal lover. So what is the unique things about you? I think I'm a vampire. You're a vampire? Why? So stay up all night?
Yeah, I don't think I'm aging fast enough.
All right, let's start making skincare problems.
We all say the dermatologist though.
Oh, yeah.
At ours.
Very cool. But yeah, write down 3 things if you can, because finding what's unique about you is something I stress. So who are you? What are your passions, interests? What do you love? For me, it's carnivore diet. I also am an avid runner. So if I wasn't getting carnivore, I'll be ultra marathon. Shut her down. Beat it up.
I'm gonna put the mic on me and leave here soon, but I think Shane, obviously you should be the clean realtor, Mr. Clean,
All right, next question is, what are you just known for? What does everybody just know about you? Something, write it down. And usually this might also lead to the one unique thing about you, because it's what you're known for. And this was my favorite one. If you didn't have to ever worry about money ever again, what would you do with your time? So if you never had to sell another house ever again, be dependent, what would you do? What would you do with your time? Then based on some of your answers, I want you to then write down what group of people do you best serve? Or what group of people do you best fit in with? Who's your tribe? Slide in there. That must be. But then, based on who you are and who you serve, you can start to construct your content pillars. And this is what mine looks like. So I do content, photo tips, video tips, tech tips, social media tips, and then I was doing carnivore, fun, and family just on one of the days. And the way that I organize this, because I have ADHD and need lists and stuff, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you're one of the people that like the organization of it, go this route. I abandoned doing this because I had so much success on one thing that became the content that I doubled down on. So at first, when you're starting, start with a couple of different things that you can make content on. And then once one of them, if one of them starts to do well, you maybe remove this one and start making more of these videos. If one of them goes viral, start making these videos. But this is how I would recommend to organize it, because then you can sit down on a batch content day, because nobody has time to just film videos and edit videos every day. Want to sit down, have a day, a time block in your busy schedules, where this is my content day for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, and you film videos on your content pillars based on who you are and who you serve. Then you can use a scheduler like Metricool, or you can post natively. Some people actually hire a VA for $5 to $6 an hour to just run their social media. We do social media services. It's a lot of work, so it's not the cheapest thing in the world. But if you're looking for somebody to leverage social media, we can do that. I'm not here to sell you on that. And this is, I want to talk about this because this is a super easy thing that you guys can do. Is anybody in here James Bond? So you're not a secret agent. Don't be a secret agent. When you start on your social media, you want your visual branding first to be on point, your face and your colors. If you have a color, put it in the background. Your social media profile photos across all platforms should be the exact same. And it should be a close-up on your face, because everybody sees your face this big. So I recommend large face and a color, so people can start to understand, okay, this is this person, because your face is your brand. The KW logo is not your brand. Your face is your brand. And a color to associate yourself with. That just makes it easier to tie in all of your other things, like your website if you have one, your landing pages. You just stick to the color that you chose, 4 colors. This is Gary Vee. This is what he looks like. Nothing fancy, but close up on his face and a color. All right, and then when you're constructing the rest of your profiles, think face, color, sell. These are some of the biggest right now influencers that are leveraging social media in a big way and making millions of dollars. Alex Hormozi, face, color, sell. In his header images, he's selling his books. That's what he makes a lot of money on. And in his profile, his bio, it tells you exactly who he is in a nutshell, provides a link. You come to Alex Hormozi's page, or Jamie Kernlina's page, or Gary Vaynerchuk's page, you know exactly who they are, what they do in an instant. So if you're one of those people that have your profile picture is your dog, don't do that. Just make it you, and then let everybody know exactly what you do. So if you're just a real estate agent and who serves mainly dog lovers, you can put that in here. Dog loving real estate agent. Something like that. So give people as much information about you in as few words as possible here. Don't be a secret agent. So that's a simple fix that you guys can probably do in like 20 minutes. And I want you, this is my favorite quote. How many people take 17 photos before they decide they don't like any of them and they don't post anything?
Look at the question of a photographer.
So many people are like that. My wife is like that. And it makes me sick. When she says, take a photo of me, I'm like, here we go. Oh, God. And, but this is the truth. Done is better than perfect. You're going to suck if you haven't done content at all, really. Or if you're just starting, you're gonna suck. Your content's not gonna be perfect. And if you try to make it perfect, you're never gonna start. So lower that barrier of entry for yourself and just start making content at first, because you will figure it out. You will get better at it, just like anything else in life. Nobody goes to the free throw line and says, I'm not gonna shoot until I know it's gonna go in. Like, you just have to start launching the basketball at the rim, right? So launch the basketball is what I'm telling you. And this is how you can contact me if you need anything. I would love to be a valuable resource to you guys, totally for free. You can call me. I'd be glad to help because I know there's value in this stuff and I want it for all of you. So if you ever need my services or just some advice, please reach out. Does anybody have any final questions? I know that what I went over with you guys is a lot of info, but I just wanted to scratch the surface so you guys can start thinking a little more clearly about how it works.
Does something happen with the algorithm does your video get pushed out there more if someone gets to the end of your video and it restarts? Because like, I know of some people like, not your video, but something like through the meat of your video, they'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna skip to the end to see the final product, and they don't watch the middle. Does that still get the full push as if they watched every second of the whole video?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Because I've seen
a good question though.
I've seen a lot of like before and after. Like wait to
And
see
you're
the
like,
after. Yeah, wait to see the after, and then the after never comes. You're watching it like you finally skip, and then the after is never there, and you got to go to their page and start scrolling. It's like.
Yeah, based on what I know about the algorithm and how it's sophisticated they are, like get this, the algorithms know your facial expressions. If you have a sad face on, it will shove your content to people that watch sad content. It is that sophisticated. So based on that, I would say, hey, the algorithm knows people are skipping to the end, which means the videos meet the curiosity gap is not strong enough.
Okay.
But people want to see the end.
Okay.
So in the TikTok Creator Rewards program, there is a bunch of metrics. And one of them is if people watch the full video, people have to watch 5 seconds. It has to be on the For You page in order to qualify for it to pay me.
Okay.
If everybody in the video is just skipping to the end, I would be willing to bet it's not going to qualify.
Okay.
So,
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's because they're too long. Anyway, right? They're just too
Some
long.
videos
They're
can be
looking
too
at the
long.
Beginning and you're trying to get to the end and it's just too long.
Yeah. You ever see those videos too, where like somebody's like twisting rubber bands on a watermelon? Yeah. And you're sitting there watching, I catch myself doing it. Like, I've been watching this dumb video for 30 seconds, and then the video ends and it doesn't even pop. You're so mad, like, don't be that person. You might get a lot of views, but there's no quality to those views. People aren't following you because you let them down. And the watermelon didn't pop. So yeah, any other questions? Awesome. Well, thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Appreciate it. And if anybody has any listings coming up, you want to try a photography company, that's what I do. I would love to win your business. Well, that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't someone too.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it.
How do you switch your Facebook profile to be?
Saying, I don't know, faster than the bear.
You guys. No. How do you think your Facebook profile like your?
That's not what I'm. I can't think of it either. Like the digital creator.